Pete Davidson and what has developed into an all-out war with PETA.
Absolutely. Pete Davidson heard about our story of PETA calling him out for buying a dog from a breeder as opposed to adopting a
pet
dog.
store, but yeah.
Pet store, correct.
Yeah.
And he called them, literally. He called them and left a voicemail, and a scathing one at that. It was profanity-laced. It was full of expletives. He was kind of trying to defend and explain his situation as to why he bought that dog, saying, you know, I'm allergic to dogs. This one's hypoallergenic. It was we were doing it to replace a dog.
And that part you get, right?
Yes.
That he's But toward the end of the voicemail, he used some very choice words.
He goes off.
And here is that voicemail.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Pete Davidson. This message is for Daphna. Thank you so much for making comments publicly that I didn't adopt a dog. I just want to let you know I'm severely allergic to dogs, so I have to get a specific breed. I'm only not allergic to cavapoos and those type of dogs. And my mom's dog, who was 2 years old, died a week prior, and we're all so sad, so I had to get a specific dog. So why don't you do your research before you create news stories for people, because you're a boring, tired and my
A lot of bleeps. A lot of bleeps.
Wow.
You know, I heard that, and it had echoes of Christian Bale to me a little bit. Just a little bit. I know the Christian Bale rant was much more longer and crazier, but like, wow.
Well, so listen, we got a statement from Pete Davidson, and he basically told us that he just got caught up in his emotions here and lashed out. He said that when his mother's puppy passed away just a couple weeks ago, his mom and his sister cried in a way they hadn't in 20 years. And just, I think we should give some context for that date when he says 20 years ago, his father tragically passed away in 9/11. And with that, I think that's why he was trying to be a good guy, wanted to make his family feel a little bit better, but then he seemed to be upset that he was videotaped while in this pet store. He said that they weren't authorized to do that, and then of course PETA comes out and says, hey, you should adopt instead of buy a puppy, and with all of that, it led to this voicemail.
I have a question for you. First of all, you know me, like I'm normally somewhat anti-Pete, just generally speaking. I am totally on his side in this battle. I am on his side. I'm a little disappointed in him and frankly his team. The fact that he would put himself in this situation and actually lash out like this. Like, bro, you're an A-lister. Like, what are you doing? You can't be on the record with this.
Right. Don't leave a voicemail like that.
It's just ridiculous. But I'm on Pete's side on this, to be honest with you. I firmly back him and in his rage.
So Pete said, like Jacob, you made the reference to, he said he poor choice of words.
Yeah.
But he is very staunch in the fact that he said, I'm not going to back down from defending myself or my family. And that's what he views this as. And this is what this whole debate, which has gone on since long before Pete, and the reality is that Pete has taken this issue with other celebrities.
For sure.
Davidson,
they're always speaking out about everybody.
Pete, you're not the first one, and you're not going to be the last. They feel very strongly. They want to encourage people to adopt animals from shelters.
They're trying to shame people. Let's just put it frank. They're trying to shame people into adopting, which I guess ethically is fine, but the way they go about it sometimes, anyway.
Okay, the way they go about it is terrible, and they also try to shame him by saying that you could find this dog on Pet Finder and that there were some like that. I looked, there was none of this breed on there, and he says that he has an allergy.
They're very cute.
They're so cute. So before you shame him, actually do the research and just don't shame him.
So that's two people for Team Pete right here.
I am Team Pete.
You
Trust me, I don't need
Courtney,
what?
your one search there on Pet Finder doesn't mean that. Also, Pete's in New York. Did you look in New York?
I did do New York, Charles, because I knew that you would do this, and I already sent it over to the research team, so I would already have my answers backed up. Yes, there were none. There were some mixed kinds, but no purebreds.
Well, a Cavapoo isn't a purebred dog anyway. It is a designer dog.
These dogs that were the options were not the kind of dog that Pete has. So just let him have his dog.
The real winner here is PETA, because we're talking about the fact that people should be adopting instead of shopping. This is exactly what they want. So they must be thrilled about all the publicity that this is getting.
All right, my name is Don from Chicago. I agree with PETA 100% on everything that was said. I don't agree with the language that was used, but at the end of the day, I don't think PETA should have done what they did. They should have reached out to him before making a statement about anything, regardless. I don't think it was professional, but at the end of the day, I 100% agree with Pete on the whole situation.
That's 3 people for Team Pete. See, I feel like more people are siding with Pete on this, and you know, everyone.
I do think. Look, I agree with PETA's message that they want to remind people
Sure.
that that is an option. Although they're not saying it as an option, they're saying this is what you should do.
Right.
And I think that's what's rubbing people the wrong way.
Right.
It's fine if you want to remind people, hey, this is another option and why they feel it's better.
It seems like they're trying to strong arm people into doing the adoption, right?
Right.